Good morning. I'm Kate Barr, and today I'm happy to help kick off this year's stewardship season. Our theme this year is our spiritual home, because we realize that that's how we think of McAllister Plymouth, as our home. And this is home for us and for you, and stewardship is a part of that. When we came to McAllister Plymouth in the fall of 1989, we had a 2-year-old, and I was pregnant with Graham. And the next 6 years are kind of a blur. 2 young children, busy careers, but also grief, as in those 6 years I lost both my parents, a sister, and Roger's stepfather. During those years, the people of this church held me in so many ways. I learned to be a parent with other mothers, met lifelong friends, and was held and comforted when I needed it most. When the fog cleared in about 1996, I could look around and see that there was so much more than my life at church, which was the nursery, Sunday school, and a cup of coffee every now and then. So when I could finally look around and see the fullness of the church, adult ed, fellowship, mission work, and even sitting all the way through worship service, I could really appreciate the importance of this to me. There's so many parts that make the whole, and for 26 years, this is my spiritual home.
Good morning. I'm Roger, and writers can't memorize anything, so I have notes so I don't forget any of the important things I want to say. As Kate said, we've been associated with Mac Plymouth since 1989. Our son Graham, now 26, attended church for the first time on Easter Sunday when he was 12 days old. Now, if anything, I'm a deliberate sort of a guy. I sat in these pews up in the balcony as a friend of the church for 14 years before I became a member. I wanted to answer the questions about belief in God honestly and with 100% certainty. I've learned since there is no such thing in faith as 100% certainty, before I made a public announcement. The church helped me develop my faith so that I could answer those questions with a certainty in a way that worked for me that might not be identical to the person sitting in the pew next to me. Like Gordon Meeker, who I want to be when I grow up, he said that McAllister Plymouth feels like home. The church is my spiritual home. It's a goodly portion of my social life. My friends are here. My spiritual life, my faith, my relationship with God has been molded by all of the Sundays I've sat up in our balcony seats and heard the words of our ministers. My faith has deepened as I've witnessed the children like Sean Lundy that this church has helped raise, grow up and go out and change the world. And my faith has also been deepened as we have celebrated all of the work that we do individually in mission work and as a congregation. Well, it's fulfilling for me to be a part of the church leadership now, serving as a deacon, and yes, even serving as a member of the nominating committee. When we engage in activities in our church, we are answering a call, not just from a fellow member, but an inner, deeper call. I answered both kinds of calls in agreeing to co-chair the stewardship campaign this year, and I look forward to exploring with you through all of your stories how this church sustains us and how in turn we help sustain it with our pledges. Part of the story of our church is told in numbers on appropriately pie charts that are on the pieces of information on the tables downstairs. Now, throughout October and into November, listen to and enjoy the stories our members share, read additional letters from Kate and I about the stewardship season, and think about the wonder and the power of this church as you prepare to fill out your pledge cards.